Patiala, a city of mustard fields, royal courts, and spirited folk music, holds within its streets a living archive. A historical city famous for Paranda, Pug, and Patiala Peg, it holds a special place in the hearts of historians and researchers alike. Brick and stucco, marble and fresco, these are not only buildings but memories carved in stone. Today, we walk through some of Patiala's most treasured heritage places, each a chapter in the story of a princely state that shaped Punjab's culture and history. We begin at the heart of Patiala, Kila Mubarak. Towering ramparts rise from broad, tree-lined courtyards. Built over centuries by successive rulers of Fulkian dynasty, Kila Mubarak is both fortress and palace, a layered record of power and patronage. Approach the main gate and you feel the scale. Massive bastions, guard towers, the faint echo of horses on stone. Inside, narrow corridors give way to ornate halls. Carved jalis and frescoed ceilings attest to artisan hands. Mughal motifs blended with Sikh regal flourishes. This was a seat of governance, the scene of proclamations, festivals, and the slow turning of dynastic life. Look closely, and you can read inscriptions and painted scenes. Portraits of Maharajas, scenes of courtly life, and dates that stitch together centuries. Today, a part of the palace houses a luxury heritage hotel, providing guests a glimpse into the erstwhile kingdom's riches. A short walk from Kila Mubarak lies the Sheesh Mahal, the Palace of Mirrors. Here, light itself becomes decoration. Panels of glass, tiny mirror tiles, and gilt plaster catch every sunbeam and lantern glow, fracturing it into 1,000 points of brilliance. Built as a private retreat for royalty, Sheesh Mahal's chambers were designed for intimacy and spectacle. The mirrors amplify space and warmth, turning small rooms into starfields. Imagine evening gatherings, poetry and music, the sitar's strings, the hush of silk, reflected endlessly in 1,000 tiny lights. In the present day, Sheesh Mahal is not only a popular tourist destination but also hosts various heritage festivals and fairs, keeping the rich legacy alive. From reflected light to sprawling grounds, we move next to Moti Bagh Palace, today home to the Netaji Subhash National Institute of Sports. This palace once echoed with leisurely hunts and courtly pageants. Now, it rings with the disciplined footsteps of athletes training in India's sporting traditions. Moti Bagh's architecture blends European revival touches with Indo-Sikh ornament. Broad verandas, pillared halls, high ceilings that catch the breeze. The conversion of this royal residence into a national sports institute is itself a story of adaptive reuse. Royal legacy given a modern purpose. In the practice halls and arenas, the same marble staircases witness new rituals. Coaches shaping champions, hopeful young players honing technique, the clack of bats, and the measured breathing of sprint drills. History and modern ambition coexist here. Stone and sweat, memory and momentum. Not far away sits the Baradari Palace, also known as Rajendra Kothi, set within expansive gardens. Baradari literally means 12 doors, which invites the breeze and the visitor from every side. These symmetrical pavilions were built for pleasure, for promenades beneath flowering trees, and for elaborate outdoor entertainments. Wander the gardens and you find fountains, manicured lawns, shaded paths, and sculptures that speak of a leisurely court life tuned to nature. The palace itself served as a cultural saloon. Dances and musical assemblies, Persian poetry recitals, and theatrical performances. Its layered spaces, verandas, inner halls, and open pavilions make clear why royalty prized such places for both privacy and public display. The erstwhile majestic royal residence is now home to one of the first heritage hotels in Punjab. Our journey now turns to education, the beating intellectual heart that helped shape modern Punjab. Mahindra College stands as one of the region's oldest institutions of learning, its sandstone facade both austere and proud. Founded in the late 19th century with royal patronage, Mahindra College became a cradle for thinkers, administrators, and reformers. Walk through its porticoed courtyards and lecture halls, and you can imagine the debates that once filled these rooms. Discussions on literature, politics, science, and the challenges of a changing India. Architecturally, Mahindra College balances colonial academic forms with local craftsmanship, columns, arches, and carved motifs that link the college to the city's aesthetic traditions. Finally, we arrive at Rajendra Gymkhana and Mahindra Club, centers of sport, social life, and community, home to the Dhruv Pandav Cricket Pavilion. Gymkhana grounds were once exclusive preserves of the elite. Here, the cricket pitch, tennis courts, and clubs evolved into public spaces for aspiration and play. The pavilion is a tribute to local talent and the city's deep love for the sport. On match days, the air hums with excitement, cheers, calls, and the rhythm of bat on ball. This is the site where the famous PATIALA peg originated. Beyond sport, the Gymkhana and Mahindra Club hosted countless social gatherings, dances, dinners, meetings that knitted together civic life. The lawns and verandas witnessed friendships made and civic plans debated, small acts that together shaped Patiala's modern identity. Across these heritage sites and buildings, we see a city negotiating continuity and change. Royal patronage built monuments, colonial modernity altered their use, independent India repurposed them for education, sports, and public life. Heritage here is not museum staticness, but living presence. Craftsmen still repair frescoes, and joiners still carve balustrades. Students and athletes breathe life into old halls. Gardeners prune hedges that princes once strolled. Each layered intervention, restoration, conservation, adaptive reuse tells a decision about what to preserve and what to reimagine. These buildings are more than stone and timber. They are chapters of shared memory, spaces where public life and private longing meet. They ask us to listen, quietly, patiently, to the stories carved in their walls and to take part in their next chapters. Patiala keeps its history close and invites you to discover it one doorway at a time.